We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:05 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it there within the screen, it presented opportunities later in the second half of the day to the upside, sending a bull indicator as well within the volatility. And you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support here. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 8:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support above the 490 area and coming back up towards the opening level and rejected off of it in the second half of the day. Now it's done a full transition here from red bars to bright green on Friday and back down to red bars again. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator in the second half of the day, canceling out that bear indicator that popped up at 493.40. Bull indicator popping up here at 492.80, but it's now currently slightly below it in the after hours and fighting to stay above the 492 level. Now, it's going to be crucial here in this tight consolidation for the bulls to actually justify any move to the upside with inflows following and larger time frames not going ahead and holding bear indicators in the process, right? Which we're going to go ahead and zoom out and look at the 1 hour in just a moment, but very strong support here as we see it near the 490 area. That's where things bounced off on Friday after pulling back. Bull indicator at around that area, and now it came back to it and it's bouncing back up so far, right? Trying to start a staircase effect here, but this bull indicator is not looking too strong. It could easily get canceled if outflows are below the midpoint or if they cross and a bear indicator pops up within the volatility, right? We're up here near all-time highs and the recent highs of the 52-week high of the SPY, and things are pretty tight here. And we're going to break down the key levels I would watch as well. Now, when we zoom out onto the 1 hour, we could see why in this whole entire pullback, there's not enough weakness to destroy the chart completely to the downside because no bear indicator has popped up just yet. But I will be watching going into tomorrow or even this week if a bear indicator pops up to cancel out the bull indicator from down here at 484, or will this bull indicator continue to hold true and continue a staircase effect to the upside and retest those highs and try to head towards the 500 level, right? A lot of people are speculating on that, and I look forward to seeing your comments down below. Do you think 500 will be touched in the near future, or will things get pretty slowed down here in this tight consolidation of recent highs and continuing to fight here between the 496 and 490 area? Now, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, and within the volatility, we could see here how a bear indicator has popped up in the second half at 493 after a bull indicator in the volatility popped up at 491. I would just round that up to 492, and full transition here from the dip area to the rip area in today's volatility. If this bear indicator rolls over that weakness into the 30-minute and into the 1 hour as well, I will be watching. Will it continue to pull down and retest key support levels? That's going to be something to not ignore. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow and share the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with outflows crossing the midpoint here and hitting lows so far of negative 1.20 on the 1 hour chart. No bear indicator just yet as we talked about it, but outflows are below, and if it continues to the downside, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts, and I'll be watching if a bear indicator pops up in the process. Now, when we go ahead and zoom into the 30-minute, we can see here on the 30-minute a lot more volatility and inflows trying to come back up here as things were pulling upwards in the second half of the day, but into the close and after hours, outflows have crossed over to the downside, hitting negative 1.46. And when we see it here, it is trying to start a staircase effect. So to justify this move to the upside so far, these inflows do need to follow and come back up and justify the strength of that bull indicator that popped up in the second half of the day on the 30-minute. Now, on the 15-minute, we could see within the volatility full transitions from the rip area to the dip area from Friday to today, and back up from the dip area to the rip area, and inflows crossing over. And here it is fighting to get itself back up in the after hours. It is at negative 0.45, but it is green, and it's going to be crucial to justify any move to the upside and try to roll that strength over from the 15-minute to the 30-minute and 1 hour for these inflows to start picking up and cross the midpoint. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. If these outflows come back down and reflect that weakness into these charts and roll over into the 30-minute, continuing red and pulling away from the midpoint, the first support is 491. Then below that, I'll be watching 488. And then the next level below that is the 487 level. So that's the tight range I'll be watching to the downside. To the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick back up, reflect that strength into these charts by continuing this staircase effect and getting these inflows on the 30-minute to switch from red to green, pushing back above the midpoint. And the first resistance is the 494 level, where things rejected in the pre-market and in the second half of the day. And then above that comes the 496 area, the 52-week high and all-time highs on the SPY so far that were hit on Friday. And if that gets broken through, I'll be watching 498. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. Bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I will be watching them very closely as the 15-minute is near the midpoint and green, and on the 30-minute, really close to the midpoint as well. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.